Rush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it'll be 3rd down. Again, Goff. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Pass from Trolley. Touchdown, Detroit. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the goal, and that one was picked off.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Swift's got the 1st down and then some. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. The CD, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This is caught. And it's stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Another try after the first down sack. Lance completes it to the tight end Kittle, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing on third. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it is 28-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Mostert. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Working from the gun, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Whoa!
It still won't go down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Caught on a slant. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On second down, Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some.
He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
On first down, Lance.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out right at the 35.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down, San Francisco.
From the gun, it's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Lance now on first down. He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's brought down.
163 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. They'll run with Swift.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run.
And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And Lance now to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Again, it's Lance. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Lance now on 1st down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Throwing now is Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here is not really benefiting him at this point.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lance. That's swung out to Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Goff now looks to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on third down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and complete.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now Goff. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 3 yards remain for second down. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a third and 2 more. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Pass complete, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Shotgun now for Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, you know, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Go off a handoff here to Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Did you come through as pure gold?